Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors continue to make moves to seek the playoffs. Warriors sign leading scorer Kevin Knox. Through 6 years in the NBA, Kevin Knox too found himself unwanted by 4 different franchises. The Detroit Pistons even had the former 9th overall pick for 2 different stints, yet had no interest in re-signing him after 31 games last season. It's been over a year since Knox was active in an NBA game, but that will change on Friday at Golden One Center as he suits up for the Golden State Warriors for the first time in a regular season outing. Can Kevin Knox turn his career around with the Warriors? Knox has just signed a 10-day contract with the Warriors, alongside Santa Cruz teammate Yuri Collins. Yet unlike Collins, who is on the injury report as he remains with the G League squad, Knox will be available for a Golden State team looking to surge to a playoff spot over the final 27 games of the season. That in itself is an unusual spot for Knox to be in, having so often been with teams who weren't particularly focused on winning. The 25-year-old holds the worst win-loss percentage of any active player, shoots less than 40% from the floor on his career, and is a combined minus 1,230 plus-minus in just over 5,500 NBA minutes. Those numbers are pretty trash by any standard, so why would things be any different for Knox with the Warriors? Perhaps they won't be, but this is still an opportunity he deserves based on the huge numbers he's put up in the G League this season. Knox has averaged 21.8 points and 8.0 rebounds, including 25.3 points in 12 regular season games on 52.7% shooting from the floor and 44.4% from three-point range. It's that scoring ability that could be valuable to Golden State, who rank 17th in offense and lack the sort of size and shooting combination that Knox possesses. Kev can just put the ball in the rim, bro. He can do that at a higher level than a lot of guys in the NBA, Warrior rookie Quinton Post said of Knox in a recent interview with Dalton Johnson of NBC Sports Bay Area. It's now a wait and see on whether Knox will actually see legitimate rotation opportunity, but his chances are likely to be enhanced by the ongoing absence of Jonathan Kuminga. The talented fourth-year forward will miss at least the first 2 games out of the All-Star break, having sustained a significant ankle sprain against the Memphis Grizzlies on January 4. Given it's only a 10-day contract to begin with, Knox will have to put his best foot forward immediately to ensure his NBA return isn't a short-lived one. Draymond Green on the Warriors star that has added life and fear into other teams, we all knew. The turnaround in form of the Golden State Warriors has been nothing but sublime in recent weeks, and Draymond Green has revealed a major reason why. A 4th win in 5 games was picked up by the Warriors following a convincing 108-132 win against the Sacramento Kings. Steve Kerr's side has been reliant on Steph Curry and new trade addition Jimmy Butler to do the bulk of the scoring in recent times, but the load was certainly shared against the Kings. Buddy Hield, who has struggled for the Warriors, dropped 22 points, as did Moses Moody. Brandon Podziemski also added a solid 21. The shared responsibility is a good sign for the Warriors as it highlights that they can try to get some rest into Butler and Curry and not overplay them ahead of the playoffs. Green big fan of Butler impact. You'll struggle to find a more straight-talking player in the league right now than Green. He's never afraid of an opinion no matter how wild it could be. The NBA veteran recently promised another NBA championship from the Warriors side but has also received criticism for his negative comments around the All-Star weekend. It's certainly not easy to earn praise from Draymond, but it appears Butler has quickly entered his good books since joining the side. Butler dropped a 17-3-7 stat line in the victory over the Kings, once again highlighting his ability on both ends of the floor. Since Butler's arrival, the Warriors have gone 4-1, something that has not gone unnoticed by Green. He said, "Jimmy has that presence where you feel like you need to fit in around him. You don't have to make him fit in. And when a guy has that type of presence, this isn't a place where anyone tries to fight that. View tweet. Warriors needed a superstar presence. It has been the elephant in the room for some time that the Warriors desperately needed another superstar to partner alongside Curry. Ever since the exit of Curry's former Splash brother Klay Thompson, the side has struggled to find him a true partner. The Dennis Schroeder attempt was quickly canned after the star's consistent struggles. His best performance actually came when Curry was out of the side. So, when the Warriors were going heavy for a superstar name in the trade window, it was hardly a surprise, especially not to Green. Asked about whether the Warriors knew they needed another superstar presence, Green said, "We all knew before. That's why we were going after Jimmy, and we got him. That's why you heard the stories about KD and heard the stories about different guys. We have a good sense of what we need. When you've done it 4 times, you know what it looks like. You need someone that's coming in and bringing life and fear into other teams. That's what Jimmy is." Warriors' Moses Moody gets good news after dropping 22 points. Golden State Warriors swingman Moses Moody finally got the good news he's been waiting and working hard for. After Moody dropped a season-high 22 points to lead all starters in the Warriors' 132-108 win over their California rival Sacramento Kings on Friday, February 21, Golden State coach Steve Kerr made a long-term call on the future of the 14th overall pick of the 2021 draft. "I imagine we will stay with this lineup," Kerr told reporters. "I hope so. Because we've had a million different starting lineups this year. It'd be really nice to stick with this for the rest of the season and keep building continuity with our lineups." Moody is the Warriors' starting power forward in their small ball lineup with Draymond Green as the center, Stephen Curry and Brandon Podziemski at the backcourt and Jimmy Butler in the wings. "That's just the way that they got to put it on the stat sheet, but everybody does everything on this team," Moody said of his new designated position. "I do the same thing as when I was the 2 guard. It's a positionless basketball." Moody has benefited the most from the Warriors' 4-for-1 consolidation trade for Butler. The 22-year-old swingman out of Arkansas has made a strong case for Kerr to start him. The Warriors are 8-0 this season and 22-9 overall when Moody starts. In 8 games he has started this season, the 6'5" Moody averaged 12.9 points on 55.6% overall shooting and 51% from the three-point line, 2.5 threes, with 3.4 rebounds and 1.9 assists. In 40 games off the bench in which the Warriors have a losing record, 18-22, Moody only averaged 8.8 points on 41.8% overall shooting and 31.6% from the three-point line, 1.6 threes, with 2.1 rebounds and 1.0 assists. It's a night and day. It's pretty clear that the Warriors are much better with Moody as a starter. Just the confidence that's coming from playing consistent minutes, Kerr said of Moody. He's a good fit playing next to BP, Steph, Jimmy, Draymond. Those guys are playmakers. He can play the role he is more comfortable with, space the floor, let it fly when he's open, play hard, compete. Moses is in a really good place and has really established himself as a starter with this group, and I'm excited about him. Moody, too, is excited that his hard work is finally paying off. It feels good, Moody said. Moody has graduated from just being an observer on the bench into an active participant on the floor. You learn the best from observation, Moody said. So, just being in the locker room with the guys, whether if it's halftime and we're losing in halftime or we're winning, just the information that they're dishing out and the stuff that they're doing in the game, like getting double team stuff, getting it out and making us play behind the defense, just different techniques that I see as well as the coaching staff. There's plenty of opportunity to learn out here from plenty of really good guys. Moody is now putting all together the stuff that he's learned and continually learning from his future Hall of Fame teammates and coach. We're feeling good, Moody said. I like the team that we got. We got a good flow as we're able to get a practice under our belt now over the break and got to settle in with the new team. So, I think we're good right now. Butler's arrival has dramatically changed the outlook and the makeup of this once downtrodden Warriors team. He's been the yin to Curry's yang. Butler's inside game is the perfect fit next to Curry's out-of-this-world outside shooting. Moody and the rest of the team have benefited from the attention the Warriors' new 1-2 punch is getting from the opposing defense. The floor feels balanced with a lot of open shots that are available out there as well as free throws, Moody said. We're getting into the free throw line more, putting pressure on the rim. So I just feel like the best way to describe is it's balanced. The Warriors shot 12 of 12 free throws, scored 50 points inside the paint and drilled 23 pointers, 5 of them coming from Moody. Moody said their confidence is through the roof right now after a 4-1 start with Butler. They are 2 games above .500 and have climbed to 9th seed in the Western Conference with still 26 games left, the 9th easiest remaining schedule, according to Tankathon. That's what it is, Moody said. We got a good rhythm, good groove as a team. We know we got to put in the work over this last stretch. So, we're locked in.